Random House Audio presents the Dyslexia Empowerment Plan, a blueprint for renewing your child's confidence and love of learning. Written and read by Ben Foss. Introduction. Some people think being successful when you're dyslexic means overcoming dyslexia. Nothing could be further from the truth. By many measures, I have achieved success. I have worked in the White House. I've got a combined JD MBA from Stanford University. I directed a research group at Intel. I started Headstrong Nation, a not-for-profit organization dedicated to serving the dyslexic community. And now, in the ultimate irony for a dyslexic person, I've written a book. I know that I've been able to accomplish my goals because I have integrated dyslexia into my life, not because I overcame it. It is part of who I am, just as I am a man and I am from New Hampshire. Indeed, I've found that my greatest strengths are directly tied to my most severe weaknesses. It is the process of recognizing my weaknesses and strengths and connecting them in my life that has made me successful and, more important, happy. What I've learned can provide a path to independence for anyone who is dyslexic. It took me almost 25 years to fully embrace my dyslexia, and throughout the book, you'll follow my journey. My goal is to give you the tools to empower your child so that you can let go of your own fears, opening the door to a successful future for both of you. If I'd had these tools when I was growing up, I would have started the integration process much earlier and skipped years of debilitating shame. This book is not like anything else you have read about dyslexia or specific learning disabilities, the legal category under which services for us dyslexics are provided. Whereas other books or experts will promise a cure for your child, I'm here to say that the real truth is that there is no disease. In the mainstream, dyslexics are the minority, but that doesn't make us less valuable. We just do things a little differently. To use a commercial metaphor, it's like we're the Macs, whereas the majority of people are PCs. This book, and your mission as a parent, is about moving the model for your child from dyslexia as disease to dyslexia as identity, an identity we can all be proud of. Welcome to Dyslexia. Whether your child is on the cusp of being identified or you've known about his dyslexia for quite some time, I say welcome to the club. It's safe here, and you can let go of your fear and anxiety about this identification. Believe me, I know how you feel. I was there, and so were my parents, and I can tell you with 100% certainty that it will get better. Indeed, you're going to have fun. This may seem overly optimistic, but I'm confident that if you work through the steps in this book, your child will reclaim her joy of learning, and you will both thrive. There are countless accomplished people who are already in this club today. They are successful academics, win Nobel Prizes, make major contributions to the arts, and are at the top of the medical, legal, and business worlds. They are cops and firefighters and pilots. They are teachers and authors, entrepreneurs and filmmakers. In short, they are able to do whatever they want once they master a few simple rules of success. Whether you are dyslexic yourself, the parent of a dyslexic child, or both, know that you're not alone. This book will show you the path to figuring all of these rules out for yourself, your child, and your family. Regardless of cultural or economic differences, I feel a great sense of community with everyone who is dyslexic. It's like we grew up in the same place, the same country, the nation of dyslexia. We have a shared experience, a connectedness, and it's palpable when we are together. Many of us have the same strengths, exceptional auditory or verbal skills, or the ability to think strategically, and the same weaknesses, such as reading poorly. Dyslexia is part of more than 30 million Americans, 1 in 10 of us. Every time your child gets on the school bus, and there are 50 people on that bus, there are likely 5 other kids who are dyslexic. In the nation of dyslexia, nobody spells well. There's no good handwriting, but we're great listeners and often good public speakers. I like to think we're fun at parties. We work harder than many of our mainstream peers. Yet my emigration into mainstream culture doesn't mean I have to divorce myself from my dyslexic attributes. If you're from another country and immigrate to the United States, you will likely want to adopt some American customs. But you won't completely leave behind your homeland culture, the food, the dance, the work ethic, the holidays. Everyone in dyslexia carries a passport that allows easy entry into a number of bordering countries, including the nations of dyscalculia, dysgraphia, and ADHD, to name a few of the major ones. In my view, we're all in the club. My catchphrase for the broad family of people who experience the non-obvious disabilities generally housed under the umbrella term specific learning disabilities. Your child may hold dual citizenship with one of these. For example, 40% of people from ADHD are also from dyslexia, though the opposite is not the case. There are more dyslexic people than ADHD folks. All of us share a common bond, a common history. When I hang out with ADHD people, I get them. I understand their profile. And I may even have some of their characteristics. I've used the term dyslexia throughout this book, but the lessons are for people from all these nations, and I consider them all kindred spirits based on our overlapping experience. I've learned through my dyslexia that every one of us, including mainstream readers, lives on a spectrum of strengths and weaknesses. Some people can run a marathon in 3 hours, few. Some can walk a mile, most. Some can't make it out of a chair, few again. Depending on your context, those facts can matter more or less. Franklin D. Roosevelt could not walk a mile, yet became President of the United States, so no single weakness tells the full story. Not every child who has difficulty reading or spelling is dyslexic, but there are a set of characteristics that unite this profile. For example, I'm ambidextrous. I play sports lefty, I do everything else righty. That is a characteristic that you could predict as likely based on my dyslexia. When I meet someone from dyslexia, dollars to donuts, they have some form of cross-laterality or are left-handed. And that's just one of the dozens of characteristics that are associated with this profile, ranging from an ability to see patterns fast to a lack of ability to associate sounds with a letter symbol. One of the most important characteristics associated with dyslexia is entrepreneurial thinking. Indeed, 35% of American entrepreneurs are dyslexic. I have found that discussing dyslexia and the path to independence in terms of this unique characteristic invites people from all economic and academic backgrounds to realize the strengths that come with their profile. All dyslexics can connect with their inner entrepreneur, regardless of their field of interest, so that they can capture the spirit of making change and use it to fulfill their dreams. Your child is already part of this world, yet in order for your child to get the most out of his or her profile, you'll need a handbook that will help you get around. This is particularly true if you're not a resident of dyslexia yourself. This book is that guide. The good news: there's no cure because there's no disease. Most schools and reading programs designed for remediation of dyslexia are based on the idea that dyslexia equals brokenness. Their aim is to transform your child into a person who can read without problems. But I'm here to tell you that that's just wrong-headed. I've learned that if you make your primary goal teaching your child to read or spell just like other children, you're going to decrease your child's chances of achieving success. It's like telling a person in a wheelchair that she needs to put in more time to learn how to walk. Even the most well-intentioned parent will be tempted to look for signs that their child is cured and no longer dyslexic. I can imagine that it's your dearest hope that your child won't have to spend a lifetime contending with a world not built for him. Some parents will even deny that their child's school has accurately identified the problem. My child loves books, so dyslexia can't be the issue, they often argue. The truth, however, is that dyslexic kids who love books do so because they associate books with intelligence and as a way to demonstrate their love of learning. The dyslexic child who claims to love books is smart. He's looking for camouflage in the only intellectual.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?